Okay, there we go. I don't know why it keeps dying, but we should be fine here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I went over to, I started putting in the new URL, right?
Yeah.
And then the dude, one of them was like, "Yo, can I help you?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm with iRacing. I'm trying to get the broadcast back up." And
What is that?
had to talk to him for a minute.
Camera's a little off.
We'll check it now and see if it's going. Not sure what's happening or what happened, but it's going again. Yeah, it's going again. I don't know why, but it quit going. Let's go. There we go. That's a lot better.
Wait, look at your link, Brad. Both of them take you to good tries. Oh my.
Hold on.
Please copy and paste this. And then just change the last.
Why would I ever do that?
Because it's so much quicker than your slow typing.
How dare you?
Am I wrong? Where's that? Too good.
I gotta refresh or something. I actually see chat a lot better than now. Now, let's go to. Right here, better.
3 minutes left in qualifying, and we are going to get started into the next race very, very soon.
We're going again. We're good. Loading. Should be fine.
That was a nice one by Wesley.
Well, that was a misclick on my part, but we are back. We've had about an hour and a bit more of a break after having some technical issues, so hopefully we don't have any more technical issues. But I'm back with Jonathan as my co-caster, Jonathan. I know we had a little bit of lunch. We're live on Rich Revs as well for the producer cam, so if you wanted to see us go eat some food at the Baylor University cafeteria, you should definitely check that out. Check us out there. Jonathan, we're finally, we've got everything sorted. We have everything going. We're in qualifying. There's a minute left. How do you think this one's going to play out? Because this is a lot different car than what we were racing here earlier.
I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. I think we can do this one. I think they will do pretty good. one time that I cast it, or the couple times that I cast it before this, they were in these cars and on this track, I'm pretty sure. Or on similar track. But they were in these cars. And so, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing how the drivers do.
I am too. I know I think this was one of the car and track combos that you were helping cast a while back. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun, and these are very experienced drivers, are very experienced driving these cars. Matter of fact, the last day and a half that we've actually, or I guess the last day now, that we've actually been able to use iRacing to actually be on and actually drive the cars. These guys were practicing just this track and car alone, besides just doing their own little fun thing. Like you may have saw me in the crowd control cam, hopping in on a little bit of the sun. They loaded up a little micro dirt sprint car. The little suckers that have those ginormous wings on them that are pretty much just go-karts that you let out on a dirt track, right? They had that loaded up into the Nordschleife, which, if you know anything about that, it's one of the most difficult tracks in the world. It's over in Germany. There's over like 60 or 70 turns for the Nordschleife, and it is not a place that a dirt micro sprint car should ever think about touching. And yet they were there. I hopped in for a little bit just to see what they were doing. And not only was it nighttime, it was also raining, and the Nordschleife does not have any lights outside of the GP circuit, and we weren't touching the GP. We were touching the old stuff, the old part of the track that goes all around the Nürburgring, which is the town that it's surrounded. Another thing about those micro dirt sprint cars, there's no lights on them anywhere. So I was pretty much driving around, like squinting my eyes, trying to see where I'm going, trying to see what is going on and what the hype is. And the car handled very well around there, shockingly, besides bottoming out half the time. But other than that, it actually handled a lot better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, so you drifting a little bit while you're in there.
Oh yeah, I've handled these cars well before, so they drive pretty much almost exactly like a go-kart. The steering shaft on those things are about a foot long, which means from the steering wheel down to the knuckle is about a foot and a bit more. Maybe a little bit more than a foot, but just about a foot. And there's no power steering. Never has been in the little suckers. So it's all just a big goof, big old little go-kart, you know. So it's a lot of fun to sit there and try and sit around with, just mess around with them. But you see the drivers starting to get ready. They're sitting there talking. They're having fun. They're getting their strategy out of the way. You see Dylan and Kean sitting there talking. Maybe Kean's trying to get in his head, telling him, "I don't think you should beat my driver. This is my guy. You better back off." You know, he was in second at the end of that race after an unfortunate pit expense and a big reemergence of Axel in that Mercedes. But now we're not in the big old cars. We're in another version of go-karts, right?
Yep.
So it looks like Ridgepoint is going to take the qualifying. It's going to be pole for Ridgepoint. We're going to hop onto a live look here. Ridgepoint leading the charge from qualifying. Looks like it's going to be Axel from Science Academy holding second. That is not there, but looks like Hebron in fourth, with Lubbock being Matt in third. So Matt out-qualified Hebron. Hebron going to round out the pack in the fourth for that number 47 machine. So we're going to see just what happens here coming up to the line on a little bit of a pace lap. So we're going to see what comes on, what goes around. You can see just the size difference between that Porsche pace car compared to these little things. It is tiny, Jonathan.
Yeah, I mean, I would say for these cars, how would you go about driving these cars since they're such low weights?
Carefully.
Very carefully.
Very, very carefully. These things are very small, and again, I don't think these things also have power steering, so it's literally just a shaft going from the steering wheel down to a knuckle, and that's what turns the wheel. So you're really fighting the car. You're not having any kind of aid. I don't think there's any traction control. There's no ABS, no power steering, I don't even think there's power brakes. So that whining that you hear, that's the brakes being cold. So really, you want to be as fast as you can with these things. You're going to have to sit here and thrash the car around throw it in as best you can and hold the wheel there and try and get the car to rotate around. These cars only weigh about 1,800 pounds, if not less, probably closer to 1,500. But 1,500 is all it's going to take because a green flag is dropped and we are underway. That is going to be Axel dipping down right behind Ridgepoint. Ridgepoint going to run away. Hebron jumps right ahead of the Lubbock machine, Mr. Matt, but Lubbock's going to try and make a move. Does he get it? He kind of gets almost there, but decides to back out. He's a little too far. Hebron's going to back out of that. Getting a little bit too big of a gap to Axel and Ridge point there. He's going to have to try and close that back in within the next couple of turns. These are very quick cars. You got to be really quick on. You're thinking these things are only 4 cylinders and 5 gears, so you really just have to hope and carry your momentum through the turns. Otherwise, you are cooked. You are out of the race. Except until someone wrecks. But right now there is no wrecks. It looks like Ridgepoint going to hold off on the first place. Running through the chicane here, Axel close behind, going to be right on his bumper, looking for that mirror, trying to get all up inside of his mirrors, trying to get him to mess up. You saw him tie a little bit to the inside, trying to make him think he's going to make a move, but he does not get it done. Around the right side bend here, down the hill, around the last corner here, still right on his tail for lap 1. Runs a little bit wide on that Science Academy machine, still right there. Marco from Hebron not too far behind, and Matt still running out 4th place, not far ahead or behind of that as well. Jonathan, this is a great lap 1. Lap 2 starting. Axel still running on that outside. What are you thinking right now?
I mean, so far, I see we have a close first and second, third's kind of middle, and fourth's kind of in the back of the pack, but you can't really count anybody out right now. There's still a lot of racing to do. 30 more minutes.
Yep, 28 and a half minutes and closing. So there's lots of racing here. Only 4 drivers on a relatively small track for road course, but there is still a good amount of gap to cover. If you get outside of about 3 seconds, you're kind of just off on your own doing nothing but putting down pace laps. So really you want to be in this kind of front half here fighting for the lead. Otherwise you are not in contention at all, and you just have to sit there and hope you just discover about 5 to 6 seconds of pace, or that you just miraculously get everybody else correct and you can recover out of that. But right now, Ridgepoint and Science Academy still fighting for that lead. Ridgepoint getting a little bit too big of a gap here. Axel on Science Academy going to have to recover something, trying to get right on that bumper. Runs is still a little bit wide, trying to look for a late apex here on that roundabout, coming into the twisties. A little bit loose, coming, touching on that grass on the outside of that turn there, still trying to back into him. Ridgepoint still trying to stay cool under pressure, get that move underway. We're going to take a look back here at Lubbock. Lubbock has passed Marco from Hebron, so he's going to have to try and defend that. Runs a little bit wide through the S. He's going to hold a really tight curve. He's going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage. You see as Hebron starts closing in through the S, he's going to look for a little bit of a move, stays right on his bumper. Lubbock trying to defend, takes an inside line through the chicane, rides that bacon curve all the way through. Hebron going to get a little bit better exit, was able to take full control of that chicane, trying to limit Lubbock as much as he can. Lubbock still tossing it through the right-hander, trying to be as defensive as he can, holding that inside line. Hebron trying to make a move to the outside, just too far for it. Lubbock's really just drifting that machine around the right-handers. Hebron looking for an inside move, makes a move, gets on his rear, going to look for maybe a late apex, maybe a late dive here, trying to get a move into the 3rd place, get his place back into the running here. Looks for it, does not get right there. He's just a little bit too far. Hebron going to have to back out, try and get his recovery, looking for another move here in the next couple of turns. He's going to look for to be in the bumpers of Lubbock. Lubbock really taking that to heart, looking for that inside move, going to run really narrow through these turns, trying to be as defensive as he can. He's telling Marco, I'm going to take that inside, you're going to have to take the outside. I'm not letting you have it easy. You're going to have to do all the work here, and I'm going to have to just suffer through the inside. Marco just almost looking for an inside move, had to back out just a little bit too far, was going to risk a little bit too much contact between the cars, but these cars could not handle it. These cars are open wheel cars, so they're very, very fragile compared to the big, massive boats that we were running earlier, those GT3s and the NASCARs that I'm used to, Jonathan. How do you think these cars are going to handle with how light they are, with how fragile, with how much they're having to really toss these suckers into the corners just to make it stick?
I would say the biggest thing is you have to be cautious about any kind of contact, either whether it's between cars or just going through the corners, because like you said, they're very fragile, so any little bit of contact that they're doing can take a long way.
That it can, and that it will. You see Marco from this overhead view finally got the work through on the car from Lubbock, so he's going to have to sit there and hold him off. Lubbock's going to have to try and chase down if he wants to take home that 3rd place. He finished 4th in the last race, which is not good for him. He's going to have to close that down if he wants to try and get any contention for that state championship. He's fighting for the title here. And this is all Pool A. Pool number 1. Pool number 2 will start soon after this, closer to about 2:30. We have 25 minutes left on the clock here. So really just pushing and pushing and pushing is all you can really do. There's still one pit stop left to remain. We have 5 minutes closed now, 25 minutes to remain, Jonathan. What do you think is the strategy here? When do you think you would pit in these little cars?
I mean, right now, I would just take advantage that, I mean, we still have wheels, we still have gas, everything's fine right now. I would probably do it a little bit later. I wouldn't do it in the middle because right now, I mean, even right now and later on, everything is still kind of fine. You want to try to solidify your position and try to get spacing between you and the other cars. But I would probably do it closer to maybe the 10 minutes, 5 minutes left, and just so you can have one last push at the end to make sure that you can maybe take advantage of having newer tires, and you can take advantage of maybe the ones that pitted before you.
I do think that as well. You know, making a late race pit stop is going to be the most ideal, and the most ideal is what Sainz is looking for. Makes a move towards the inside. Does he get it to stick? No, he does not. Richpoint does defend from the outside, managing to shut the door right in his face, right on his toes, making sure he's going to have to fight, trying to chop that nose up a little bit. We have 25 minutes to go, but these guys are driving like it's 2 minutes to go. So maybe, you know, by the time that there's 5 minutes to go, they're going to have to pit already. You know, there's one required pit stop, but with the way these guys are driving, they're going to have to do a lot more than just change tires and fuel.
Yeah, maybe a couple of tire rods.
Like I said, these cars are very fragile. They're very light, and with these wheels just being out on their own, the only thing holding them on is a couple of struts, right? So really, you just have to take care of the car. There's almost no aero on here, so whatever aero is left, you know, what's on those noses, what's on this body is all the aero you can get. So you want to be as aerodynamic as possible, get as streamlined as possible, try and get the most straight line speed. That's why you see Sainz Academy just tucking in, trying to get his nose in, trying to get that downforce and slipstream going. He does. He gets on the inside, is managing to hold side by side. Richpoint does manage to edge just ahead around this outside. That outside line is going to get a little bit better of a run. Trying to run that narrow line is really going to have to let off and really just lose a lot of momentum towards the inside of this double right-hander. Going through the S's, Marco is a little bit back there, but Axel and Dylan are still fighting for this lead. They're still fighting to take lead. There's 22 and a bit more minutes left, and they're still acting like it's one to go. Absolutely just sending it through the chicane like it's a straight line. That's really the most ideal. You want to spend the least amount of time turning and the most of the time on the gas. But these guys are just tossing it in like a Formula Drift machine, and these cars weigh 1,500 to 1,800 pounds. You know, you can lift them up by the axle, and you can see it here by how hard they are sending these cars through the turns. Like I said, there's no power steering, no power brakes, no ABS, no TCS. It is really just you and the metal and the amount of cojones that you can muster to send this car and stick.
And I mean, one of the biggest things, like you're saying, they gain a lot of speed really quick, and so you want to make sure that whenever you're coming into these turns, you're not swinging around your back end, because that can definitely come from behind you. Now, isn't that one of the biggest problems whenever you come into turns too fast, especially in these cars, your back end will swing forward?
That can be a problem, yes, but sometimes you do want to lose the tiniest bit of rear traction so that you can get a bit more rotation in the car. But right now, at a track like this, that is not ideal. You are correct. You want to keep as much traction as you can, but these cars don't have traction control, so it's all up to the driver and how they control the car. So if they can keep that rear end in line, that's going to be the most ideal. Usually you can toss out a little bit as long as you can kind of use that oversteer to try and keep the car rotated, get as much momentum as you can to get that traction back the second you can outside of the corner. These cars you really can toss into the corners and lose that little bit of traction and still be fine. Like I said, there's no power steering, so it's just a shaft to a knuckle, and that's all you got. So you do have a bit more arguably control over the car being like this, because you have more direct feedback to the car rather than going through a power steering system. It's more direct this way, but it's also harsher on the driver. There's more strain on the driver to keep the car going, to keep the car straight, and really to fight that car through the corners. But these guys, there's no problem here. As you can see from Ridgepoint and Sainz Academy, still fighting as hard as they can. We're going to take a look back here towards the rear. We're looking at Lubbock Format, all now by his lonesome. Just running his little pace laps here, trying to catch up to third place, who's just a couple of corners ahead of him. Marco going to have to try and recover as much as he can. They're quite a few seconds, to the two cars ahead, fighting for this contention in the lead. So he's really got to chase them down, try and get that pace down to just milliseconds. Like I said, once you're outside of about 3 to 4 seconds, there's almost nothing you can do besides hope that you get 5 seconds of pace miraculously, Jan Mardenborough style, or that everybody else wrecks. And right now, speaking of it, looks like Dylan and Axel are starting to come up on Matt from Lubbock, being on the lead lap. Matt may no longer be on the lead lap because of how much fighting him and Marco were doing for that long time. But you see these two drivers are using that fighting. Looks like Matt is spun around the corner. Looks like he just kind of lost control of the car. Speaking of that, no traction control. If you do not keep it in check all the time, it will loop you around. Put a little bit too much throttle and the car's going around end over end, and you're going to be facing the way you came, and that's not ideal. You don't want to be looking where you were. You want to be looking at where you're going, Jonathan. That's not the best thing to see.
Look up the track, and also something you were saying is with there no being any ABS or anything like that, you're able to have more control of the car, but there's also a lot more risk related to it too, because your car is a lot more, I mean, there's a lot more play in it. Like, dude, you can do a lot more related to your car, and yes, there's more control, like you said, but there's also nothing keeping you cautious.
There is. You're really focused on trying to keep the car in check, that if it steps out the littlest bit, you're not going to completely notice until it's too late. So you really want to keep on top of it. There's about 12 different things these drivers are worried about at the same time. So trying to stay on top of them all is extremely difficult, and we always applaud them every time we can. But sometimes it gets the best of us. It gets the better of me as well. In the collegiate series, sometimes it's a little too difficult to handle these cars going around the collegiate course. But anyways, we're going to put you on board the car, give you an onboard lap to get you an idea of what's going on, and we'll be right back with you.
Why can't I hear myself?
I put it to be able to monitor the audio levels in case the audio is trash. Give me 1 second. Let me go talk to Steffi. Be right back. Steffi?
I am Steffi.
I'm Leslie. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Good. We have all the iRacing stuff set up. We're in the middle of round 2 of 10. We've got a broadcast going, so this is my co-caster, Mr. Jonathan.
Hi.
Rick's somewhere around.
Nice to meet you.
I have no idea where he's at.
Okay.
He's doing something. But yeah, we got front row seat. So the second you come in, you see it.
There it is.
I think I've talked to like 10 different schools about like 150 different people, all about sim racing. They're like, what's this going on over here? It's like,
Yes.
hang on, we're having fun. So yeah, this is our first day. It's the second day of TexSEF. I think here in general we have, for this right now, I think we have 5 or 6 different schools right now. I have 7 drivers here. I've got 2 from Lubbock High School. I have a Ridgepoint. I have 3 from Hebron High School, and I have 1 from Science Academy. So we have to have 2 pools, since I only have 4 racing PCs, 1 broadcasting PC. So we have pool A, which is what's going right now. That would be Marco, Axel, Dylan, and Matt. We have pool 2 that's going to happen right after this. That is Kian, that is Gage, and that is Lee. We have all 7 drivers going, doing 5 rounds today, and we're doing 3 more rounds tomorrow. So that's 10 races today, 6 races tomorrow. Then we're doing 2 exhibition races tomorrow. So tomorrow we're doing a coaches exhibition where we're going to get all of their coaches out, and they're going to sit down and they're going to try and figure out how to go around the track. And then after that, we're going to do a champions exhibition. So I'm the 2023 and the 2024 state champion for this. Marco is the 2025 state champion. And then whoever we crown as the 2026 state champion is Marco. Again, then I'm going to have to find someone else because that's just going to be a one-on-one. But we're going to get all the champions to sit down and do a race. And we'll see if I still have what it takes to hold it to these guys. Because these guys are great. Yep, it's iRock. This is the Grand Prix circuit. So they're doing the whole checking and everything here. And then at the other end of it, instead of going that full way round, they're doing that little short bit. So that way you get just a couple right-hander down the hill. They're doing the F1600, so the really high cars, the little go-karts pretty much. So we're doing 30-minute races, 10-minute pulleys, and like 20-minute practice. That way they can at least spend a little bit of time getting control of the car. Because,
so you have 4 people competing at the same time?
Yes, it is 4 people competing at the same time.
Is it kind of like spread out, or they're more or less the same level?
I mean, yeah, they're all about the same level. Right now it's a little bit spread out because the top 2 and then the back 2 started fighting. it just started going like this, it's like a 4 or 5 second gap. So this one and this one are fighting for the top two. These two kind of crisscross going around right now is third and fourth. He's trying to recover like the 8 second gap from third to get back to the second. So he's like less than a second to him right now. Then we have the broadcast going right here. So I also have a crowd cam as well. And then I have a producer cam right here on my phone. So we're broadcasting to the Texadena, Texarkana, TMUT _ esports, YouTube and Twitch. That's also getting sent over there for the main broadcast for the TexSEF. And then I have my little producer cam showing what we're doing behind the camera, behind the screen.
I guess what happens, I love it, and I really wish we were gonna find a way to continue to improve, because there is so many things happening right now, and it's just so good, and,
I mean, last year we had maybe 3 PCs.
Right.
The year before that, 2024, we had 2. So 2 PCs for like 5 different people. We ended up having to do time trials, and I somehow came out on top, and I suck at time trials, and I don't know how I won it, but hey, I'll take it. 2025, Margaret ended up being comp champion, and we had 3 PCs. Actually, no, we had 4 PCs.
I hope that all of these guys compete into the init competition too.
Actually, Dylan does. He's going for the Team America Scout, as well as Marco, I believe. I've been trying to get Axel to do it as well. And of course, I know as well. He's joined your esports team here recently.
Yes.
I'm trying to get them 2 to join whenever they can get the time to. Next year, we're going to go from 7 drivers to, I think, around 11. So we've had a very positive, feedback, yes. As well as like a very positive increase in drivers. So we've gone from like 3 people the first year, my first year, and then we won state. Second year we had 4. Last year we had 4 or 5 drivers, but I was only able to bring 3 drivers. That's all we had. Was I had 4 PCs. This year, I got told originally that I was going to 5 wheel stands. I didn't get told I was going to have 5 PCs. And then
I know we talked about back and forth. I don't know what was happening, but like Daniela at one point said, "Oh, we have full motion rigs."
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's
so
good.
Danielle isn't very well versed in sim racing stuff. She was thinking that the wheel stands are wheel rigs.
Yeah.
So
she
I
doesn't
think
know
that's what she was talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I've got my fold-up rig right here. So this all folds up and I put it in my back seat.
Is that a Thrustmaster or not?
Yeah, it's a Thrustmaster, the TX. And I've got the Faraday GT3 replica wheel right there, so I have 2 different wheels looking at that. I have this is to help my lower back. It's from one of those gaming chairs. It's got a little massage function on it. So if I'm sitting there racing for like 2 hours, I'll just sit there and I'll turn it on. So so much better.
I really love your passion. I think that if you're ever interested to do a little bit more, we would definitely like to work with you. I think you need to be the team. Like besides the unit team to compete, but like even the behind the scenes stuff, because we're growing little bounds and there is so many things happening. It's just like we need people with passion.
Yeah, I've been sim racing. I've been in sim racing since I was like 8 or 9 years old. I did real life racing for a while as well, doing dirt track and street stock stuff like that. Kind of moved away from that because it gets expensive after a while.
I know.
So mainly switched to full-time sim racing. I did like a bunch of independent little leagues, like console leagues on like Forza Motorsport, Sutter Forza, stuff like that. Moved into iRacing about 2020, 2021. Started the TexSEF in 2023, the first year. So this is the 3rd year of TexSEF iRacing. This is my driver's experience.
So it's going to do Team America and competition for women too, and we just do organized competition all over the world.
So we started this in 2023. Started with Rick. Rick's the one that got me in here. I was initially just like, I want to join the esports team. I saw that they're going to state, doing all this cool stuff. I'm like, I was my esports coach in high school. I'm like, no, you're sim racing. I got me in contact with Rick, and we spearheaded that, got it started. We just started broadcasting as of the start of 2026 in January. which is really cool. We were allowed to stream on the TexSEF Twitch and the YouTube and all that kind of cool stuff. So I had to go in and make all the different stuff. So this is all made by myself, all handmade. This is actually Canva. Actually, I handmade everything. This is a scrolling ticker text, just for scrolling text in OBS. This, what the actual like race feed stuff, the map and everything like that, that's all Race Labs. And of course, the crowd cam like that. I made a whole bunch of handmade transitions. I've got like 3 main transitions that I'll use depending on. Made a hype video that took me like 2 months from scratch, gathering all the clips and everything. Made it in 2 months. Pitching to post that to the TexSEF YouTube as well here later on. We have it as a commercial. I'll play it here in a little bit once this race is over. Then I'll show you all that, and it's really cool. Then my own personal Twitch, I have a whole hype video that I spent like a month and a half on as well. So I love doing content creation, and I love doing sim racing. I love spreading it. Marcos will absolutely destroy me in road courses. I'm the more oval driver, so I'll sit there and I'll just turn left occasionally, right?
We just started the NASCAR series.
Yep.
So that's kind of like, let's see how it goes, but I think it will be fun.
I was actually just talking to Tom like last week a couple weeks ago about getting that in and getting started. And then I unfortunately missed the first race at Texas, which is the home track. I think we're supposed to race this Sunday.
There is a race this, I think it's Team America this weekend. Sunday,
yes.
And Saturday maybe there is something too.
I think the Saturday's the NASCAR thing. I think that's at 1 p.m. CST.
Something like that.
And then Team America.
Should we brought it up here?
I wish.
Is Saturday already closed? Or?
I think Saturday we are going to be closed. Maybe. Actually, what day is today? The 1st? Actually, no, tomorrow. We will be open tomorrow. Sorry. Tomorrow's the last day. But I think we're going to be still doing the TexSEF stuff. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get to race tomorrow as well. It sucks to me. I'm like, I want to race.
We may not leave till Sunday.
I know we may not leave till Sunday, but
so depending on how we can take everything down, we may leave Sunday. So 5-hour drive.
Sunday there is a Team America, so you're probably missing that too.
Dylan is, I think Marco is as well. So if they miss, I'm sorry.
I understand.
I kidnapped them.
It is what it is.
I got they actually got an interview with me yesterday. They were showing that on the stream. They may show that here after a while again. And it's just me showing one of the casters how to drive. And she was sitting there wrecking like every minute and a half. It was
it's okay, just try it. And that's why, for the girls, we really have to try to get them to want to try. And then once they try, then they get, we all know it, right? Once you're in it, you can get out.
So I'm gonna go back to casting and finish up. We have
Very
like
nice to
7
meet you.
minutes.
Let's keep in touch for sure. And I'll put some words with Tom and Steve so they can talk to you a little bit more.
Absolutely.
And thank you for telling me all of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys just chill here.
Yep, that's fine. We're gonna get back into casting, so we're gonna get back to live. We're back stream. Pizza time. And we are back. We're back to live with just 6.5 minutes to go. We're taking a little extended time there to get you comfortable with the car, get you comfortable with what you're seeing for the last few laps. So we are caught back up. We do look like we have a bunch of the races back together here and underway. I believe we need to get a couple of the things underway and back open for us to get a fully open look here, but that should be just fine. Looks like Dylan's still holding first, Science Academy in second, and it looks like Marco's still holding third, and Matt rounding it off in fourth. But hey, fourth is always good. That's still points on the board, still going towards the state championship here. Need to get our trading paints back up, it looks like. Not sure if that's completely downloaded or not. Completely too terribly certain, so we're going to sit there and re-download that. But while we're here, we're going to hop back over on Matt from Lubbock, still holding it down, still holding strong, coming out of the chicane here, looking for that double right. A lot of difficulties to be had at this track. This isn't a very easy track and very much not an easy car. So these drivers are really confident, always being really headstrong to sit here and go around the track day in and day out and just pump down the times and look for that finish flag. The checkered flag is always a very positive thing to see, Jonathan. We're going to see it here in just about 5 minutes.
Yeah, one question I would have is whenever you're driving and maybe you're in like third or fourth or further back of the pack, what is the best way for you to keep your mental in check and make sure that you're ready to go into the next couple of races?
Really the best thing you really want to keep an eye on is really just kind of stay with your mental fortitude. You want to stay strong, like, hey, it's not over. This is the second round of about 10. There's about 10, or sorry, there's about 10 rounds that we're going to go through. So you really just want to put it in for the long haul. This isn't the only race. It's not like if I lose right now, I'm going to lose out of the state championship. GTA notification sign going on in the background, but that's okay. But the mental fortitude is always going to necessarily need to be checked. You got to sit there and stay mentally strong and physically strong to be in these kind of cars. With no power steer, no powered brakes. You really got to be strong all the way around, spiritually, mentally, and physically. You see the scrapes coming around the car as he is just about to send it into the pit lane, looking for a little bit of a late race pit stop. You called it, Jonathan, looking for the last 5 minutes to run it down into the pit lane, getting some new tires, some new fuel. Looks like Dylan as well followed suit. We're going to see Axel and Marco sitting here in a race. I believe that is for first place right now. It looks like that is Marco still trying to fight down on Axel, looking for a first place here, trying to make a recovery. You saw him finish in third last race in round 1, looking for a finish first here in Pool A, looking for a first place for round 2, trying to defend his title as the 2025 state championship here at the TexSEF Undisputed, here live in Waco at Baylor University in the Marco Polo Bird Center. What's your strategy going right here?
Right here? I mean, if I'm Axel and I'm in first right now, I'm just trying to hold it down, play as defensive as possible. I'm not focused on getting the fastest lap or trying to be the fastest person on the track. I'm trying to focus on just staying as I am, staying focused, keeping the defensive on me, and see if I can make any kind of gaps. Because, I mean, if you focus too much on speed and you don't keep the defensive, you're going to be, you may get past or you may be too focused and you could oversteer. So the biggest thing is just focus on keeping control over your car and just making sure that you're not letting anybody take advantage of you.
That is right. I do concur on that one. You want to, we were speaking about that mental fortitude, right? You want to stay mentally strong, no matter where you are, whether you're in first, last, or in the middle. You want to stay as mentally strong as you can, because one little slip up means your car's in the wall and you're done. You kind of saw it earlier today. From, I believe that was Kian that got into a bit of a mess and kind of, I guess, maybe slipped up on his mental fortitude and kind of put the car on the wall, and was about 39 minutes of repairs with only 3 minutes left. Yeah, just a couple, but hey, that doesn't mean the day's over. You know, you got a few more rounds to go through, so you still got to stay as mentally and physically strong as you can. That is Matt off in the distance, off on the side of the track. Looked like a bit of a spin. May have just, the car got a little bit too upset coming out of the S's. These cars are not always that easy to handle. So when you can handle them, it's a good pat on the back to say, hey, I did a good job. These cars are not easy to handle.
Yeah.
So that is Axel just tossing it into the right-hand side. Marco not too far behind. And Dylan a little bit further on back, finally out of the pits. Getting back underway. Do believe that's Marco now a lap down, looking for that third place, trying to get that time back. Needs to get back into the fight for second place here. I believe Dylan is still going to hold onto second place as much as he can. Big gap that he needs to defend here. Dylan just needs to stay strong as well. What's your words to Dylan right now?
Dylan? I mean, right now, if I'm Dylan, I'm just trying to focus. I mean, we have, like you said, we have 6 more races to go. So whatever position I'm in right now, I can continue to go either way. So whether I'm in 3rd, 4th, 5th, or whatever, you just got to remember that we have lots of races to go. You can't lose mentally. Because you need to stay focused on, you got to have the confidence that you're going to come back and you're going to get first the next race. And so you just got to stay focused on the whole goal behind it all. Because once you start to stray behind it, then, I mean, what goes next?
Exactly. You know, there's always that mental fortitude of what's next, what's going to happen in 10 minutes compared to right now. I mean, the Axel and Dylan have been swapping back and forth. Axel won last round, I believe, so Dylan's looking to get that first place, and they're going to go try and swap back and forth and get those points underway. So we're trying to get the points out early so they can afford to maybe get a little bit of a mess up, a little bit of a DNF here after a while, just in case. Right now, they're still trying to hunt down that first place. He's still trying to get that lead underway. White flag has been dropped. So it is the last lap. Dylan's still trying to chase down on Axel. There's Matt looking to stay just about on the lap, trying to defend his fourth place, trying to keep him from going another lap down. So Dylan's still trying to chase him down, trying to get that way out and try and get that lead underway. Axel just about to come underway and get that cross for the checkered finish. So Jonathan, if you've won right now for that second round, what's your mindset going into the next race?
I would say I'd be pretty excited because, I mean, you just won one, you got more points, but the biggest thing, you can't let that get to your head. You can't think, oh, since I won this time, I'm going to win the next one, the next one, the next one. You just got to stay confident, keep your mind in check on what you're going on, and then just keep going into the next race with the mindset that you're going to be putting your best on the table.
Yeah, you always want to put that best foot forward, like you're saying. And but speaking of best foot forward, that is this second round Pool A done. So we're going to go to a little bit of a crowd cam for a little bit of an intermission, and we're going to start getting ready to get Pool B going here shortly. So we'll be right back, and we'll see you live here at Baylor University for the TexSEF Undisputed iRacing State Championship. Don't go anywhere. What you doing? We're fixing to come back. Immediately into another race, buddy. Pool B.
Fixing headphones.
Get ready, you're fixing to do Pool B, buddy. Pool B? Yeah.
Stop yawning. Bro, last night, I could not sleep last night. I had the worst cramps. My whole quad and calf cramps.
Ooh.
I could not see what my legs bent. It had to be, both of my legs had to be straight.
Ooh.
Because if I bent this one, it would cramp. This one, it would cramp. And later in the night, I got a cramp in my chest. And so I started drinking coconut water. I had coconut water in my room. I was like, I'm about to chug this thing. So I chugged a full bottle of coconut water. Like, you know the Vita, what I got at CVS? I chugged like one full bottle of that. And one bottle's 2 servings.
You make sure I'm not gonna be sore no more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sore from it, but if I didn't, I would definitely be more sore.
I mean, that's a good point.
So who are you talking to?
That is Steffi. She is the CEO of the Innit Esports team, the team that I just got signed by to race for. They do, so I'm racing for the Team America as well. I'm trying to get on the Team America, so when they go do international racing, so like Team India, Team Africa, stuff like that, Team America is going to represent the whole nation, so I'm racing against the whole nation. Then I just got signed for their professional esports team, so any official iRacing thing, so like the Coca-Cola 600, the Nürburgring 24, stuff like that, I get to go and officially represent and endorse them.
So I'm talking to a professional racer?
I've been talking to a professional racer, so. But,
so when am I getting signed? I mean, you talking about racing. I mean, I'm basically better than you. Where's my contract at?
Cool.
Where's my casting contract at? I think I keep everybody on their feet.
Sure, buddy. Sure. We'll go with that.
Fine. I guess my casting isn't good.
You're learning.
Slowly but surely. Everything I say is like basically the same, just different ways.
It's pretty much just casting in general. It's all the same shit. Backwards, forwards, frontwards, sideways,
Leftways.
horizontally,
Leftways,
vertically, clockwise, counterclockwise. I need pool B. Dylan, go find Eden and Gage. I need Eden and Gage. Both of them. Oh, there's Eden. Eden!
Yes.
They're staring at my
I
butt.
thought it was supposed to be rain.
It was earlier. It's been like sprinkling.
No, on this.
Oh, this? No. We're not doing rain. I could argue. I might. Still fuck with them. Put rain for a future session. They're pretty funky.
I think one of the races coming up is put rain.
You like the race?
Y'all like spread out way too damn much.
What?
Y'all spread out way too damn much.
I think, you know why? They were using the modified record. And I was using the identical. That's why they didn't get it all.
Can you explain that?
They didn't pick?
Axel didn't fit?
No.
Yeah.
Nobody
so
did.
What happened is the fixed setup weren't selected on that one after we had readjust everything. And so we were on the default one in UP, the 500 one. And so after qualifying, we if we want, we can edit it so we can run the full race. But we didn't do that.
I just
So
let it
he
be
had
identical because I thought everybody was going to get the same setup, right?
Should be. Axel, did you use a modified setup? How was it modified? That's it? I can't do anything. If it was a modified setup as in like completely different race file, I can dock points from them. But if it's just adding fuel, that's not something I can charge for. I will say, did you make a pit stop at all? We're doing required pit stops.
Yeah. Nobody did, actually. Yeah, nobody did. No,
Only Dylan did.
yeah. And,
No, Matt did.
Matt did, yeah.
Matt did. Matt did.
Oh, yeah,
Matt did fit. So you're the only one that didn't fit?
We both did.
Yeah. So what are we doing? Are we just gonna remove the points then?
I will do this. I'm going to dock both of you 10 points. Because I didn't. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to subtract 10 points from both of you. So
Yeah, go for it.
that's about the most I can do. It's one required pit stop per race. As always.
The only thing I was going to say is we said that earlier too.
Good thing I didn't change the fuel.
So if you didn't fit, then
Wait, did Matt did? I think he did.
Yeah, Matt, yeah,
you
still
did
the
fit.
update.
You fit about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Just like I predicted.
Just like you predicted.
Yeah, we were casting and he's like, what do you think they'll pay? I was like, they're probably going to pay with like 5 minutes left. And then he paid with 5 minutes left. And then we saw the other guy already in pits too, so.
Yeah.
So we saw two of them. And we said that there was required pits earlier, so.
Damn it. I gotta manage. Can't do it there.
Those are their points. Minus 10. Katie shared you a TikTok.
You did share me a TikTok.
Like we were talking about how she always sends these TikToks. Do we get a... Is Katie in the chat? Do we got Katie in the chat?
I do not think Kitty's in the chat.
Is that a...
And then we're
Is that L? Is that L or W girlfriend?
Well, I don't run over those points.
We said that it was required.
It is required, but I don't want to have to enforce rules.
Oh darn.
iRacers. Eden. Gage. Dylan. Matt. Kian. Axel. Marco. It is required, as always, as per regular season, to make one required pit stop during the race. So doing so and being negligible and not pitting during the race, making the one required pit stop, will dock you 10 points from the season standings. So due to that, Marco and Axel will receive a 10-point penalty, enforcing Dylan the lead at the time of round 2 for Pool A. So reminder, Pool B and onward, make one required pit stop during the race. Love you guys.
I've got a jug.
Hydrate. What you giving me hydrates for?
That's 3 of them.
I know. I gotta take 3 big gulps. 3 big booms. 3 big booms.
Go. Oh, there's another one up there too. 4.
Well, I redeemed that one earlier.
You didn't do the whoop roll.
Usually the wibble wobble is for when I'm driving. I'll sit there and I'll spin around.
Okay, while you're driving then. In the race that you do against the other runners, you have to do the whoop roll.
Gotta wait a full day to redeem it.
Yep.
Is it better?
You gotta do it tomorrow when you race against the other people. Yes, I guess that's it. Do we see what they have in the store?
Huh?
Let's keep going.
What's going on? What's up? That's good.
I mean the little shop they got. The sodas and coffee.
Oh, the little shop, it's just like cappuccinos and shit.
Oh, energy drinks?
Yeah, you sound straight bug boy.
Huh?
I'm getting called a bug boy in my chat, bro.
Oh, big boy.
No, that's bug.
Even is it big?
What up, bug?
Oh, you were doing a little walk.
Great. What a Banamari.
That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing right now.
Well, I'm not in the car. Like,
He just called you a bug.
these roads smell great. These roads smell great.
Thanks for the disease. That one.
What? He just does like the full, he does a full motion. It's like,
I feel like he enjoys it. He's the
does.
person who enjoys the hot dog, not for the flavor.
he enjoys it for the pleasure, not the flavor.
What is it?
Stop giving me hydrates. I'm gonna run out of drink.
You eat your slippers upside down.
For the texture.
The vein.
You like the vein?
That's a mark.
That's you. Amari, you gonna take that? You gonna come over and beat his ass?
Oh no.
Come beat him. You're over there. Come beat him. Come beat him. Come get him.
Oh, Katie's in here over there. I'm gonna text Katie and tell her to watch your stream.
You should.
What is your Twitch again?
Rich Rose.
I was right.
You want me to do what?
Beat him.
Be Wesley.
Beat him. Beat him up. Why me? Stop it. I'm gonna beat you up, Amari.
I didn't say anything except for sending you the link.
The text her the link. Hey,
That's all I did. I sent you the link to your stream, and that's it. I didn't say anything. Hey, don't touch my little mic. Hey. We still have like 20 more.
10 minutes.
Yeah. We still got 10. Of course. Both of them did. Dude, these things are nuts to know.
Should.
It's not that difficult.
OBS.
It's really not.
This is pretty easy. They watch like an hour long, like not even like a 30-minute long YouTube video, and you'll be able to like learn it. It's pretty easy. Like I think I learned OBS in like 20 minutes.
Hey, come back on the water. I'm gonna take your wire. That's what I'm saying. Why are you trying to beat me?
She replied.
He's doing much.
She already replied, Wesley.
What'd she say?
Tell Wesley I'm on watching him.
I see you're on watching me. I see Rich Rev's wife, 23. I see
So,
it.
since I texted her, she came to watch this.
There, I got them both. What do you mean you got them both? What do you mean both?
You said me, he says hi.
Tell him to get jiggy with it in the back.
What?
They say stop.
Sorry.
Should be. Make you regret it, tough guy.
Well, some people like a bit of motion in the stream.
Hello, Wesley's wife.
Yeah, but you ain't no white boy, so you can't catch no motions. White boy can't get no motion.
I like.
Miss Shaw, how do you
Hispanic
feel to
for
be
you, mister.
how do you feel to be married to a professional racer? Let's see what she says to this one.
She says it's
It's like, nice job, Cindy.
we'll get some chat section. Look, chat. See yourselves. Yo. Let's go this way. That's the wrong way. And now you see the mainstream. That's the wrong way. Still getting used to this thing. There we go.
I'm already staring at this.
Sip time.
Thank you.
Let's see if I can adjust this crowd cam. Maybe a bit.
Point to where you can see us over there.
No.
No? Oh, point it down towards them. guys. I think Wes is breaking it.
It would actually be amazing if I could raise it up anymore and like put it on a
Raise it?
I can't.
Why not?
That's maxed out.
Why not?
Because it's maxed out.
Why not?
Maxed out. Alright, I think that's enough.
I'm tired of not talking.
I like the sound of my voice. Oh. What was that? Where I got blue from? Oh no, that's why. The giant blue light is coming directly at me.
Mario said our 3 minutes is up.
I know what the 3 minutes is up. I was counting. I was there.
2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
11. No, it's 11.
It's 9. Marco getting a drink on the main cast there.
Huh?
Golly! I can't answer. I'm streaming from my phone.